Hello, everybody. This is Ken Faulkner. I got another video for you about knives, about a company called Flightanium and similar companies. Um, I I haven't been trying to not buy knives. Let's put it that way, because I haven't been that great about it. And over the next couple of videos, you're going to be seeing what that's all about. But what I figured I could do is I could buy some new scales for an old knife, a knife that I've had around for a long, long time. These are the scales from the old knife. If you saw the thumbnail, you might know what I'm talking about. It is the PM2 from Spyderco. And I've had this one for a long time. It's maybe my second Spyderco that I ever bought. And I really like it. S45VN, good size. It's got that traditional Spyderco shape that I know some people don't like. I've always been a fan of it, and it works so darn good. It's a really good knife. It's seen a lot of action, taken a lot of wear over time. I got these old scales. They were G10, just your standard ones that they had. I mean, it's not the FRN handles, but a bit of an upgrade from that. But you can see it's kind of seen some wear here. They've been around for a while. These are very flat. They actually have inset liners in them. And I actually needed to keep the liners in with the new scales, because they had the same kind of milled out center section for those inset liners. Nice and strong, even without the inset liners. There's not a lot of flex in these. They're pretty thin. Good size with the whole overall size of the knife, grip wise. But the sides are very flat, and because of that, it gets a little bit blocky. And even though these are radiused around the outside, the feeling was a little bit square, if you know what I mean, if that makes sense. Not bad. I always enjoyed this knife. Always thought it was a great knife. Still a big fan. So I got these scales, and I forget the actual name of these ones, but there's a name that's pretty well known. Maybe I'll put it up on text on the screen. Look at what I bought. You know how I am with names. But with the new scales, everything works with the compression lock, no problem. It came together. Now, taking apart a PM2, I don't know. I don't have a PM3. It may be similar. Other types of Spyderco knives. This one particularly, it's a little bit more challenging, because the screws, even in the pivot, you have to unscrew it from both sides in order to get all the way to the scales. And so you end up with these barrel spacers, and I had to get like a pair of pliers with cloth around them to kind of hold on to them as I'm getting that second screw out. And so you do have a tendency to possibly have spinning or whatnot. So I did have to have a second screwdriver set with a second set of Torx bits. Got T8s in the body, T10s at the pivot. So good size. And so no problem with stripping of the screws. The hardware is really nice on here. Same hardware. They didn't come with this. These scales did not come with a new set of hardware. But these work out great. It's got the good color that matches the titanium. These are titanium scales. One thing I always had a problem with, I had taken apart this PM2 at one point years ago to try to clean it up, because I'd used it so much. And one thing I always had a problem was with this like pressed in lanyard hole. They have like it's a barrel with a kind of a press fit on the G10 scales, and you really have to kind of pry it loose. Fortunately, when I ordered the scales, I got this pry bar I bought it. It didn't come with it. But I picked up this pry bar from Flytanium as well. I thought it was very cool. Cool. I think it was like 15 bucks. It's pretty cheap. It's all titanium. Even this part is titanium. I did the magnet check on that. So yeah, it's very nice. Got a nice coating on it, and I was actually able to use it on here to kind of do a little prying to get the scales apart, specifically because of the lanyard hole. With these scales, putting it together, there was a little looser fit around here. Nothing rattles or anything, but it didn't have to press in, so that was kind of nice, kind of a nice feature. The first time I took this knife apart, unfortunately afterwards, it ended up with a little bit of play this way. And I don't remember it having that before I took it apart, and I don't know if it's something I did. It's interesting the way that this pivot is put together, because the pivot itself has a step before it goes into the scales. So it's got a stop point. So there's a larger diameter where it goes into the blade area than the area that fits in to the inside of the scale right here. So what you end up with is, when you tighten up the screws, the barrel part, which is larger than this, it stops you from screwing it any tighter. So it's not something where you can tighten up the pivot in order to either loosen or tighten the action. It's definitely got good action. There's absolutely zero problem with the action. It's just that it's a little bit, it's got a little bit of a rattle there, a little bit side to side. Nothing up and down really. You know, the compression lock's on there nice and good. It's pretty tight that way, just a little bit, the tiniest little bit. So I don't know if it's something I did, or if maybe some of the tolerances are loosening up over time from use. This is on Foster bronze washers. Maybe they're a little worn over time, but clearly there's something with the tolerances in there. But it doesn't really affect the use of the knife. It's just one of those things that some people are bothered by. I really don't notice it until I actually, you know, like this, I don't feel it. I don't hear any rattling up and down this way. So that's fine for me, but I don't know if anybody has an experience with it and they know what I did wrong, let me know. So this turned out really nice. I've only done a few knives replacing the scales, and I've always been happy with them. The one thing about this replacement, though, is funny though, because I never really did notice the pocket clip until I got this new set of handles with this contour on it. And maybe it's because of the contour and the way it sits on the contoured handle, because your hand can maybe, I don't know, maybe it sinks in a little bit more. But I feel the clip more. So it's possible that I'll maybe look for a new clip for this one as well. Do one of those deep clip changes. The good thing about Spyderco knives is you got so many aftermarket parts that you can choose from. And these scales, I looked around a bit. You can spend some really good money on scales. You can get a couple $100, and then you're like almost doubling the price of the knife. These were reasonably priced, and I knew that I like Flytanium because I got a similar version on this bug out years ago. Now the main reason why I changed them out on the bug out, and you can see it's got the contour, was because of that FRN handle that it came with originally. So this is just a night and day difference for this knife, because of the fact that it's just much more solid with the G10, and the purple is a nice dark purple, kind of cool look. It looks good with the blue spacers, the blue thumb studs. I really like that a lot. So I was happy with that one. I also got the 80 20.5, and that had those gray handles that are FRN as well. And you know, of course I wanted to get it because of Demco and also because of the Shark Lock, but I never was that fond of those scales. I did like the price, because most Demco knives that you're going to look for are going to be pretty high up there, but this was like about the $150 range. it's a little hard to get it at the point when they first came out. I think I got it after they corrected some of the heat treat issues because I don't have too much problem with that. But the scales on this are original goat, and I picked these guys up. The frag pattern was kind of the rage at the time. These turned out really nice. Actually, both the bug out and this one I had no problem. Obviously, the bug out's got that axis lock. That's a little bit tricky to put back together. It takes a little bit of a struggle. I would say that the 20.5 was very, very easy. The way that this is all kind of put together. You just got to make sure you don't lose that spring. The spring that springs this back tends to fly out, so you got to watch out for that. But otherwise, this turned out really good. These are flat, meaning not flat as far as the frag is concerned, but flat as far as this way. They don't have any contour to it. But still, it's nice. I mean, it's a thin carry. Not really my go-to. I kind of like something a little bit thicker, but it still feels good. This clip doesn't bother me. It feels really good in hand. This is more what I tend to like, and I think that because of the contouring, it just feels a little bit thicker. It may not be because this is milled out. You can see kind of the way the liners are inset in there. Hopefully you can see that. So it might not add a lot of thickness, but just feels like your hand can grip a little bit more substantially on this knife. Every once in a while you get that ting, especially on the drop. Can't do it on purpose, but every once in a while you'll get a kind of a ting on because of that titanium scale ting. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Another knife with compression lock, similar design, does not have that rattle. This is the Yojimbo. So I haven't taken this one apart, so I'm kind of a little leery about doing so because I'm afraid I'm going to make it loosen up. But same compression lock design for the lockup, so I just don't know exactly why this one is looser. Maybe someday I'll end up buying another PM2. Maybe I'll put this older PM2 into a giveaway like I've been doing. I wanted to kind of mention at the end of this video, before I do, show off my little flex in here with the Shaman, these Garage Tech. I didn't actually do the replacement on this. It came to me this way. But these are such amazing scales. A little more pricey, but I could see why. So having these scales, and this actually has the replacement pocket clip as well. So maybe I'll pick up something like that for the PM2. I think it's probably, yeah, it's got a different kind of bolting. Maybe not. No, yeah, it is. It's definitely a different spacing. The lanyard hole goes through the middle of the clip on this one. But anyway, I'm sure I could find something like a deep carry, something that doesn't stick up so much in this little spoon area, spatula area, and not feel so much in the hand. So anyway, I just want to, before I make my next announcement or re-announcement, just wanted to show this guy off because this one turned out so nice. This is really solid. This one has no... it has the compression. There is maybe the slightest little bit of rattle that way, but it's very solid. Okay, so anyway, another knife that I have, it's a Spyderco that has G10 handles, is the Tenacious. And I'm breaking out the Tenacious because I got this box here of stuff that is going for my 600 sub giveaway. I did the announcement, and it was at the end of a long video, and I only got like 19 comments. So there's only 19 people in there right now. I was kind of meaning to put it at the end of a video without announcing it on the title of the video because I didn't want to bring in huge crowds, but I thought 19 was kind of small. So I thought I'd throw in one last announcement because I'm going to be doing that giveaway tomorrow. So if you see this video today when I put it out, which is the 5th or 6th, maybe the 6th of April, it's Saturday. I'm going to be doing it on Sunday, which may be the 7th. And this knife is being given away. It does have that old scales, but these scales are really, really good. So, I mean, it took me a long time to decide to switch them out. And you can actually get scales for the Tenacious to replace them if you want. So that's in the box. There's a bunch of other stuff. Go back to the other video. It was knife number 3 of the Faulkner 5, if you want to check it out. But this is an announcement. If you saw that video and you saw everything that I had in this box, because everything's the same in the box, except this one was coming from Amazon, and I didn't know if it was going to make it on time because the date was a wide range between the 31st of last month to the 11th of this month. And fortunately, it did show up, and so now I can tell you about it. This is one of those cool bit drivers that CRKT makes, and I really, there you go, CRKT is all brand new. I really like this one. It has Weehaw bits inside here. It has all the different sizes, and I did use my version of this that I have used for quite some time on, here it is right here, on the disassembly and reassembly of that PM2. So definitely have used it for a long, long time, and it's so handy to have those things right there inside. It's kind of magnetized here, so it holds it in really nice and tight. Pull out the bit or bits that you need, pop them in there, do what you need to do, and then throw them back in here, and you know where they are all the time. For somebody like me who's like kind of disorganized, a little thing like this is really nice to have. So that's why I wanted to get one of these and throw it in on the giveaway. So I'm super happy to add that to the list of items. I'm sure when I do the video tomorrow, it's probably late in the day, I'll kind of run through everything that's in there right now and show this added to the list of the giveaway items. So go back and check out that video. I'd like to maybe get a few more. I don't want to get like 100 or whatever, but you know, I'd like to get maybe somewhere 30 to 50 if possible. But you know, the less there are, there's people in there that have a much better chance. And there may be somebody, because it was a long video, it was like 30 minutes. There may be somebody in that video that didn't see to the end, and they just commented on what they had watched because they stopped watching it before they saw that there was a giveaway at the end. So somebody might win the giveaway and not actually know that they entered the giveaway, because I didn't have any special words or anything like that and tell anybody to say in. I'm just going to do a random picker from the video, whatever comments are there. So we'll see how it goes. It may be a big mistake. I'm not going to do this on all my videos, but sometimes I kind of like to get it to the core people, the people that watch the videos anyway, so that they get in on without having a bunch of people jumping in just because there's a giveaway. And I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but you know, we all know, everybody in the community knows that there are going to be some people that do that. And I'm not always unhappy about that. At least it brings some more people in to watch some of my stuff, and maybe I get more subs out of it. And so videos in the future, I definitely will be announcing giveaways sometimes. Sometimes I'll do it this way. Maybe I'll find some other way to do it. Who knows? So try to mix it up, keep it interesting. So there it is, my PM2, old PM2, brand new titanium scales from Flightanium. I hope you guys are having a good weekend, and keep an eye out. I'm going to have a video on the Faulkner 5, number 4. Getting close to the end on that one. And I'll be having that giveaway video where I find out who's going to win this this big box of stuff here. So you guys have a good one, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.